Today's little project is fitting this MV heating Airo 2, so it's a 2 kilowatt diesel heater, and I got it from Kiravans.co.uk. That's Kiravans, Kiravans. You can also deal directly with MV heating as well. So this is getting fitted into the Ford Transit Custom underneath a single passenger seat. The actual hole is, I'm hoping, going to be there. I've got a main beam right there, and then I've got the edge of the seat right here, so it's going to be a very tight fit. But I've just drilled a pilot hole there. So what I've done, the reason for doing pilot holes is always to find out whether you're right. So that was my original hole, and I've actually moved it over by just a fraction, and I can just get it in with the seat with that amount over. So then we can run from there. Hopefully this is going to show up on the screen, and we've got the fuel tank just here, so that means that all the fuel line just runs literally from here. And we also have a very silly dog underneath here with me. Right, I think I'm all set up. I've taped off the area to stop any swarf from going outside of the area. I've got some CT90 cutting oil and just a little dibber to put it in so that you don't smear it everywhere, and then I'll speed up the footage and hopefully we'll get through the van. Alright, so this is what we've got so far. We've got the hole going round. I've got some rivet points that I can rivet the plate to the base. I've now decided not to use this plate that came with it, which is designed for a floor. What I'm going to use is this plate that comes with it, and that plate will go on there onto my rivet holes, and that just gives me a little bit more wiggle room, as I don't need the depth plate on that one because I've got no insulation around it. This now makes the heater unit fit perfectly in there, and I don't mind actually having the bigger hole there because it's given me enough room to find out exactly where I want it, and it still fits nicely. So the next job is to paint up all of the areas inside and out, and then rivet the floor down. So we've painted up all the metal work on the underside and on the top. I've run a bead of Sikaflex around it, and now I'm going to put the plate on and rivet it in place. We have the diesel heater now bolted to the floor, and I have warm air coming out of the end of it, and all we're doing at the moment, I'm just running it through a red diesel tank just to make sure it all works before I plumb it into the main diesel tank of the van. It's just like a little heartbeat in this one. Whereas a lot of the Chinese heaters that I've heard sound like somebody tap dancing. So this is a lot quieter. Just before I put the seat cover down, I've put some Dodo mat, and this is the silver backed sound deadening, on top of this area here, and also put it over the top of the cables so that it holds the cables in place and they won't get damaged or moved. So this shows the heater with the seat base back reinstalled. and the only bit that gets slightly warm is this back end here. None of the rest of it gets warm at all. And then there'll be a duct which will then bring it into the back area of the van.